So, Harp, starting with you first, who are your top 3 players to target at the trade deadline?
I'm prefacing this with I'm believing in Minaya and Senga being back and being able to put this rotation back in shape. So I think I really think offense is the #1 need. So I'm going finding a way to get Eugenio Suarez. He's leading the National League in home runs, 35. He's having a big year. I feel like they need another piece in this offense. They just too many nights where they don't score and they don't hit runners in scoring position. Look, he strikes out a lot, but he's got a 900 OPS, so he gets it done. The other two are Bednar, the reliever from the Pirates. They got to add to that bullpen. And then Mullen would, I think he's not having a great year, but he's got speed, he's got a little pop, and he's a good defender in center field. I think those 3 guys would help. And I do think they're going to have to use those younger guys at some point in the rotation, or they're guys in the minor league system.
Harp, we're thinking alike there. Two of those guys are on my list, too, but my #1 is Mitch Keller from the Pirates, because I do believe that the Mets need to add to the rotation. And this guy comes with with one thing that GMs really love besides talent, and that's cost certainty. He's signed for 3 more years beyond this one and due $55.7 million over the course of that contract. He will give the Mets rotation something that it lacks the entire season so far, which is the ability to pitch deeper into games. Only 12 pitchers have made more starts than him since 2021, and only, I think, 15 pitchers have thrown more innings than him since 2021. He's got 13 straight starts of getting into at least the 6th inning, and 11 of those are 6 innings or more. So a team that needs length, this would help big, and he's very, very talented, as you can see from the numbers there. His 1-loss record, throw that out. It doesn't matter anymore. Bednar, I agree with you 100% on the bullpen, and said Mullins, like it's league average-ish OPS kind of production, but I think that there is a real element of him boosting the offense and maybe getting a boost from being on a team that's in it.
Yeah, I'm kind of going more a little bit with Harp, with this team needs offense. And what I like is Stephen Kwan. You know, David Stern said it would take a lot for an outfielder to move the needle for them, because they do kind of like that kind of combo of Tyrone Taylor and Jeff McNeil. But with Stephen Kwan, you have a guy who hits for average. And I think that's really important, because this is the team that you have seen swing offensively and not hit with runners in scoring position. And guys who can make contact are vital. If you look at their production, the Mets production in the 5, 6, and 7 slots, they're getting almost nothing from there. So being able to have a guy who really does lengthen that lineup, I think will be super important. I have Joanne Duran, because obviously I do think they need another high leverage reliever. We keep forgetting that A.J. Minter was going to be a huge part of this bullpen, and he is just not here anymore. There is nobody that I really trust as much as Edwin Diaz. After that, you know, Reed Garrett has had some good outings, he's had some bad ones. Ryan Stanek has had some good outings, he's had some bad ones. So there's nobody that I can really say, okay, this guy will lock it down. And my last one is bring Seth Lugo back. I didn't want him to leave in the first place. And he pitched 200 innings. I think that could be a really valuable piece for the rotation.
Let's talk a little bit more about the bullpen. Harp, you kind of hinted at this a second ago. David Stearns mentioned the idea of using the team's top pitching prospects as relievers during the stretch run if they are unable to add bullpen at the deadline. Would that be an idea that you would want to pursue?
Absolutely, Chelsea. And Stearns did this in Milwaukee with guys like Corbin Burns, Woodruff, and Peralta, using young guys to get. And we've seen it over the years. The Cardinals going all the way back to Wainwright. You bring these guys up late in the season, they can really be add to the bullpen, especially a guy like Nolan McLean. He's got this sweeper that nobody hits in the minor leagues. He could be used in matchup situations, could really help. And Sproat's been much better lately. I think he could help too. So those 2 guys for especially.